crap. Say hi to everybody. Say, I'm a kitty cat. Meow. Get out of here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? How you been? I'm looking at this picture right now. I'm looking at this picture of the Fantastic Four. And, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to think about this. What's going on with superhero movies, man? There was like a period of time where I'm not going to say like I was a diehard Marvel fan or a diehard DC fan, but I remember I was living in it was Oakland, California at the time, and my friend Tim Rogers goes, "Hey, we're going to go see that Man of Steel movie." And even though it wasn't a great movie, I don't know, there was like a thing, you know, you're like excited. It's like a Superman movie or, you know, a Thor movie, an Iron Man, whatever. Now I'm going, what do I do with this? How does this slot into my life? We already had a Fantastic Four movie. It wasn't good. Why are we making another one? Well, because they own the rights and we got to do it. So I want to be cautiously optimistic. I want to say, you know, we've been making these superhero movies long enough. You'd think there would be a science to it now, that they would know not only how to do it right, but also how to evolve it a little bit. Do something new and creative. And you get a little bit of that looking at this. It's in the 50s. Very nice set design. Love the little reel-to-reel robot. Okay. But then you start reading about what's going on with the movie, and you go, who's writing this crap? Who's writing this crap? Real quick, let's take a look at the trailer. Now, one thing that the internet, I know a guy who calls them birthday party clowns. The birthday party clowns I complained about is a female Silver Surfer. I don't care at all. Not a main character. Well, you know, I get some people like Silver Surfer. I get it, but I think part of it is that they want to kill her off. But let's take a look at the female Silver Surfer here.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
Oh my god. Oh no. Sorry, I have to pause it or I get copyright struck.
It's my fault.
What was the point of that? I stretched the bounds of space. Okay, so obviously, look, I don't know how much you guys read I don't even know if I ever read the original Fantastic Four storyline with Galactus. I know it from other Marvel media. I think I read the comic Marvels, where it is portrayed by the great Alex Ross. But basically, Galactus eats planets. Silver Surfer shows up to the planets to tell them, hey, there's this big guy who's going to eat your planet. If you have a way to get off the planet, congratulations. If you don't, he's going to eat the planet. So I'm giving you a heads up, but that's all I can do. That's my understanding of it anyway. So we got a female Silver Surfer. Okay. And apparently, from what I'm reading, this character is a big problem. That they're doing the test screenings. I need a fake ID. Somebody out there, help me get a disguise, help me get a fake name. I gotta start getting into these test screenings as a John Dishwasher. So we have a couple different reports here. One of which, and okay, I gotta be clear, if you don't want the Fantastic Four movie spoiled, stay away from this. And I think these go in order. We're using Cosmic Book News. These guys are a little bit biased, but, you know, and they're getting there. I mean, the weird thing about this industry now is you go, oh, I'm going to get my news from a guy called Doomcock. And then you find out, well, yeah, Doomcock has, you know, guys on set who are feeding him information. Like, I guess I got to use Doomcock as a fucking source. Okay, so right now, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios are going through emergency reshoots on Fantastic Four. First steps 2 months away from the film's release. I want to say this, reshoots now for these giant tentpole releases, they all have reshoots. So every time you hear emergency reshoots, only 2 months away, they're all doing it. This is by the book. This is not out of the ordinary. The question is always, well, is what they have to fix so drastic that they're fucked? Or is it something small like, you know, this one scene didn't work or we want to reshoot it with the character looking, I don't know, whatever. Now, apparently this affects the ending. So real quick, here we got Julia Garner as Shalabal, the lady, Silver Surfer. And some people are saying that the reshoots are, well, this is one part. So part of the problem people are saying with the movie is that Lady Silver Surfer shows up and the audience really doesn't like her. Because, well, and they shouldn't. She's clearly a villain. We just saw the trailer. She said, this guy's going to come eat Earth. For some reason, I guess Marvel's saying, well, no, she's like, we want people to like her for some reason, or feel sympathetic towards her. They want the audience to hate Galactus and be more sympathetic towards the Silver Surfer. They don't want the Silver Surfer to be seen as a bad lady. So one thing that we're having rumors that the reshoots are showing what her life was like before she became the Silver Surfer. I'll say, look, the Silver Surfer's origin is interesting. Sure, are you going to have time for that in the movie? Well, you're going to show her living on her planet? I mean, but I will say, that's one of those things that if you're telling me you're doing reshoots and all you need is a 1-minute scene where she goes, we were living peacefully on the planet of Blocka-chan when the destroyer Galactus arrived. You know, I was chosen as my people's champion to step forward and talk to him, and I sacrificed so that he would spare my planet. I gave up my life and became the Silver Surfer. It's a quick 1-minute origin scene to add a little depth to the character. That could be a good reshoot. I'm not going to say that's a disastrous emergency. Obviously, this site spins it as, well, it's because she's a woman. We can't have the woman looking bad. All right, maybe. I don't know. Here's the bigger problem, though, is the ending. And this is, if this is true, why does Hollywood not understand? The ending to a Fantastic Four movie should be the easiest thing in the world ever. Like, I hate to tell you that, yeah, you got to write it like a formula. And it's the most, if you're doing a team-up superhero movie, the formula is obvious. It's a little hard to turn it on its head. Everybody, midpoint of the movie, they're all at their lowest point. The team. And what does the team do, as we've seen in every movie ever made since the dawn of time? They go their separate ways. They go, Reed goes, I'll handle Galactus myself. You guys are, hotheads and you're holding me back or whatever. There's a moment that they come apart. Obviously, the Fantastic Four has to come back together, and all 4 of them combine their powers to defeat Galactus. Well, apparently that's not what happens. And again, we're going to get into some spoilers. Let's skip ahead to this article here, which I think gets into a little more detail. And again, it's not just YouTuber Doomcock, also Grace Randolph. Grace Randolph is like a left wing. Yeah, Doomcock's obviously a little right wing. Grace Randolph's left wing, and they're both kind of saying the same thing, that there was this test shooting, the audience did not like the ending. Because the ending, apparently, as I understand it, and the fans who watched the screening were like, this is not good. What is happening here? Here's what Grace Randolph said as a quote. Even though it's a team of 1 woman and 3 guys, I think you're going to have a situation in the movie where it's women who save the day, and you're like, why can't Reed be involved? They're like, come on, man. Come on. Okay, terrible quote. Not a great speaker. So apparently what happens is, as I understand it, is Sue Storm gives the Silver Surfer some sort of doomsday device. If you read the comics, the thing that defeated Galactus was the ultimate nullifier, a device that Reed said, if I press this button, I'll destroy the whole universe. And Galactus said, my God, I can't let you destroy the entire universe. I will turn away from Earth. A little corny in the modern day. Though I'd say a doomsday device that kills Galactus is also equally corny. So she gives Silver Surfer some sort of magic device. Silver Surfer flies back to Galactus, and Galactus dies. And there's 2 problems. First problem is that apparently in this version of the movie, Silver Surfer has no idea what Sue Storm gave her. Sue Storm's just like, here's a thing. And the Silver Surfer just flies back to Galactus, and Galactus dies. That's bad because there's no agency. That means that the Silver Surfer got tricked into killing Galactus. It's not a choice that a character makes. It's a choice that Sue Storm makes, but ultimately Silver Surfer is just being used as a pawn to kill Galactus. You need the character to have agency. You need the character to talk to the Fantastic Four and go, you're right, I've been wrong, and I should, protect worlds instead of helping to destroy them. Whatever. You need something. Here's the second problem. There's nobody else. It's just 2 ladies. It's Sue Storm and the Silver Surfer. Reed's not there. Ben's not there. Johnny's not there. It's your, I hate to say it, girl power. Girls get it done. Sue Storm saves the universe with the help, kind of Lady Silver Surfer. And again, you go, well, it's a fantastic... Can we just look at this? See all these guys? See all these dudes? Little robot? Can't they help? I'm not even mad. Look, obviously in the comics, Reed Richards, Ultimate Scientist, finds the nullifier or whatever. I'm not mad if Sue Storm comes up with the plan. If she goes, wait, I have a plan. There's this device, whatever. That's fine. She can be a smart science lady onto her own. But it's a team movie. It's a team. They should all play a part in destroying the villain. If it's just Sue Storm coming up with a doomsday device, it doesn't really work. It's weird. Just make the Sue Storm movie featuring the other guys. It's not the Fantastic Four at that point. Now, I'm going to get into a little more spoilers that apparently, and these guys, again, look, a little bit biased. They say Fantastic Four post-credit sequence is creepy as hell. I don't know if this is creepy. I don't think this is a problem. Again, spoilers, this is how Robert Downey Jr. apparently will show up. I don't know if he's actually in the suit or it's just a guy in a mask. But apparently, and this is also what is confusing to me, is I'm reading that they might actually destroy their universe in the Fantastic Four movie. That at the end of it, their whole universe gets destroyed and they have to go to our universe. I'm hoping that's not true. That doesn't make any sense. Who wants to watch a superhero movie where the superheroes fail to save everyone? So I'm hoping that that's true. But regardless, the post-credit scene shows them traveling through space, traveling between multiverses. Sue Storm, who has just given birth to Franklin Richards, comes back to check in on her baby. And who does she find? She finds Dr. Doom hanging out with her baby. She got Dr. Doom hanging out with your baby, Scraps. Isn't that crazy? I don't know, man. I'm not upset about that. I just really hope that this thing about supposedly them destroying their whole universe is not true. What's the point of watching a movie where the ending is that the heroes fail? I mean, that is actually a good ending for like a different movie, but not Fantastic Four. I don't think it works at all. Anyway, guys, I know we're all excited for the Fantastic, but look at all this stuff. Look at all these characters. There's romance, there's magic, there's suits. Look, it's not the movie I would make. I'll say that. If I was making the Fantastic Four movie and it's set in the 50s, I would have Reed Richards be super racist. I'd have him be super racist, super misogynistic. Like, really play to the times. Anytime they do one of these throwback movies, oh, it's the 50s. You're like, it's not the 50s because everybody is not being racist. If it was the 50s, it'd be a lot more racism. But, you know, you can't do that in a Marvel movie, I guess. Even now, I'm looking on the street. Do you remember America in the 50s having people of all different colors running around? I mean, I guess, but they weren't hanging out. Whatever. I'm getting a little too into the weeds. I'm just saying, get a little edgy with it. Get a little dark with it. Why not have Reed Richards be like, man, woman, get out of here. I'm doing science. That was what I would do. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for Fantastic Four? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still wondering if this is going to be, you know, Marvel back on track, or are we still in the era of the Marvel dumpster? We've been in the Marvel dumpster for quite a while. That Captain America movie was bad. I'm hearing rumors that the Ironheart TV show is so drastically bad that that's why they had to shelve it for like 3 years, is because everybody who worked on it knows it's just terrible, that they're afraid to even put it out. I think they're going to put it... I think they're putting the Ironheart TV show out at the same time as Fantastic Four, hoping Fantastic Four will make all the noise and they don't have to worry about all the negative reaction to Ironheart. We'll see. Guys, last announcement. I'm getting my Final Fantasy Magic cards in 2 weeks. Maybe 1 week, so don't forget. Check out my Whatnot store. I'm going to start listing a bunch of stuff up there. If you need any video game consoles, send me a message. I got to sell this stuff. Take care. Bye-bye. I love you.